Hello and welcome, my Pisces collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs and cross watchers. Welcome to our timeless work, career, and vocation reading. I am your reader, Mark-Angelo Lyons, Mal for short. Pisces Moon, professional witch, professional intuitive, president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998, author of 2 different books with a 3rd one on the way. The first one is called Spell Ingredients. Second one is called Words of Grace. Words of Grace does have a Kindle version available, as will Spell Ingredients. Sooner or later, we're working on it. The original versions of both of those books is available in my digital shop on Patreon.com, as well as in my new website, drawingthecircle.com. You can click the link for the Kindle version of Words of Grace and check it out for free. Just the first part of it, you'll see that it's mostly divided into chakra chapters. This is a chakra-dense reading, so you might find it helpful. I do love me some Patreon, particularly the digital shop is lovely. Some of my subscribers do get the ebooks, the audios, and the videos there. The audios and videos do have free previews that anyone can check out. The majority of my subscribers, however, do get 3 benefits in common: a daily check-in when I send them an unlisted YouTube live stream link pretty much every single morning, chatting about the day's astrological weather, always ending with some sort of spiritual practice to send us on our way. And it's the wisest way for this witch to start the day, considering my work, career, and vocation contracts in this lifetime. They also get all the extended readings, the part 2s to the part 1s here on YouTube. All my extended readings are timeless and relationship oriented, as well as they get a significant discount when they book me for a private session. We will talk about that at the end of the video. If you would like more information, I'll be glad to provide it. But it is the coolest thing I have ever done at the time of this recording, at least, in my work, career, and vocation. So click the link, check it out. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. A lot of cool stuff going on there. And we'll see if that one pops up. Yeah, I love it. So click the link, check it out, and come Patreon on Patreon, because I am the Archangel of Lions, Mark-Angelo Lyons. Yeah, but you can just call me Mal. Hey, my Pisceans, my fish family, you mer people. Let's get down to business. We'll do some explanation for the new Pisceans and crosswatchers, and we will jump into the divination. Feel free to jump ahead if you like. Welcome. If you are new to my work, I also have another YouTube channel called Mal for short. This one is Mark-Angelo Lyons. That's the professional. Mal for short is the personal. Having fun building that as I go. So if you are new, work, career, vocation is what's called 3 levels of power. And there is a link from Caroline Myss, MYSS, the PhD, author of Anatomy of the Spirit and Sacred Contracts. Just all of her work has really helped me. So we are going to use one of her Caroline Myss archetype cards for the 8th chakra that hovers over the head, acting like a satellite, sending down codes to all the other chakras, shifting what we attract and what we repel, so we have the free will to no longer delay what cannot be prevented in our life purpose, looking at work, career, and vocation. And there is a YouTube link down there for Caroline Myss talking about the 3 levels of power, a way of looking at something great, big, huge, in this case life purpose, and breaking it down into 3 categories: work, career, and vocation. Though not past, present, and future, they're all happening simultaneously. So we will get one of those. We will then get 3 Daughters of the Moon tarot face down for the next 4 chakras down: the crown, the 3rd eye, the throat, and the heart, the internal feminine energy, which has a Pisces moon. I don't usually share with everybody unless I have the inspiration to do so. So those will go face down. We will then get 3 mythic tarot for the masculine yang dynamic, the lower 3 chakras, the solar plexus, the sacrum, and the root, looking at ourselves from the outside like in a mirror, maybe us from the inside looking out at people, places, and things, relationships that we have in the physical world, including industries and companies and people, places, and things. We'll get those 3 face down. Then we will flip them: work, career, and vocation. That will take care of all of the chakras from 8 to root. So then we will get a whisper from the whispers of Lord Ganesha. I love Lord Ganesha. He is the Hindu elephant-headed god of success, prosperity, and remover of obstacles. And there are 3 obstacles we will look at that in that archetype card, the spiritual alchemy from lead to gold, lead having 3 more atoms than gold that cannot be destroyed or created, only released, transformed, forgiven, surrendered. I just call it alchemized. And we will end with a Mat Khan healing mantra, because a little mantra goes a long way, and really the majority of our life purpose is about healing, right? We contracted, we agreed to certain things coming into this world, and mantras are helpful. They work if you work them, and there is our explanation. Let's get into the divination. Both feet on the floor if you can. Focus on your breath if you will, and I promise I will do everything within my power to help anyone fulfill their sacred contracts, their life purpose, their work, career, vocation, because as one of us does it, moves forward even a little bit, we all move forward, because that's unity for you. Let's do this. I'm ready. It's been a busy day. I've already gardened and run errands. So this is my only video read for the day. So let's see what hits the table, shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. Still point. Pantheonic override. A place for everything. And everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved pantheons of the divine, one card in clarity. What is the dominant archetype in the 8th chakra? For us, Pisces, collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and our cross watchers, indicating the spiritual alchemy from shadow to light, from lead to gold, from pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health and fear to love for this timeless work, career, and vocation reading. Ooh, the Martyr. Don't freak out. I know a lot of people are going to watch this video just because the Martyr is involved, but all archetypes are neutral, a scale of lead to gold. So what Caroline did for us, which is wonderful in these cards, is she wrote a shadow attribute. I call this lead. A light attribute, I call this gold, with those 3 atoms that have to be released. Now, this is a divine family archetype. There are 9 different groups or families, if you like. So this is about our spiritual and mystical power. So I am familiar with the Martyr archetype, particularly because I'm self-employed, the only employee and president of Drawing the Circle Productions since 1998. So I can relate to this. You can have an archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime, or be dealing with someone who has this archetype, a reason, a season, or a lifetime. So for the lead. Now look, Pisces are known for martyrdom here and there. You look throughout history. So the shadow attribute, addiction to self-pity. Been there, done that, have the burnt t-shirt, right? Totally, right? Oh, I have to do this all by myself, right? And, we're all one. So that's the ego's take on things, the soul's take on things, learning the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause. And that I can completely relate to. It's what keeps me going. My cause, if you will, is to manifest permanently peaceful, people-populated paradise, planet Earth. It's a lot of papas in there. A little alliteration goes a long way. My version, or you could say the pagan version, that I was inspired to reinterpret heaven on earth into permanently peaceful, people-populated paradise, planet Earth. So lovely. I mean, I grew up with martyrs. If you read sacred contracts, she'll say, if you look at the archetypes of the people that raised you, you can see how some of these archetypes can be a lifetime, not just reason or season. And I grew up with a lot of martyrs. So let's get the next 3 down. Daughters of the Moon, Tarot, internal, internal, again, not past, present. That's my kitten, Sammy. He's fine. He's just bored, and his brothers are laying in the air conditioning. He'll be fine. He's a sweetheart. He's a Sagittarius. They always want something. Not just the case. I love you, sweetheart. Mama's working. Go lay down, lay down. He's such a sweetheart. I love him. All right, Daughters of the Moon, Tarot. Let's ask the goddesses what's going on. Please take a nice deep breath. Feline intervention aside. Still point. My goddesses override. A place for everything, and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none, as we will it, so let it be done. My beloved goddesses, please, 3 cards face down in clarity. For us, Pisces, collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in our cross-watcher, what's going on in the internal feminine energy in our work, what's going on in the internal feminine energy in our career, and what's going on in our internal feminine energy for our vocation. For this timeless work, career, vocation read, we're going to get the Mythic Tarot face down as well, and then we flip them over, work, career, vocation. Please take a nice deep breath. He's fine. Still point. My God's override. I love you too. A place for everything, and everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. My beloved gods, 3 cards face down. In clarity, please, lower 3 chakras, masculine, yang dynamic. For us, Pisces, collective Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus signs in our cross-watchers. What's going on in our work? What's going on in our career? And what's going on in our vocation for this timeless work, career, vocation reading? Let's look. Well, we're off to quite an interesting start. Internally, we have got the 5 of Blades, which would be the 5 of Swords. In this card, it's called the Hurricane. Now, the safest place to be in a hurricane, you'll hear in a bathtub, in a doorway, whatever. But symbolically speaking, it is to be in the eye of the hurricane, right? Because that is the still point through which everything else revolves around. Now, this is definitely about thought, element of air, swords, blades in this case. So 5s are numbers of change. So our mind might be in a little bit of a whirlwind. I know I get a lot of opinions from people, family, friends, as well as, other people that I work with giving me suggestions. Well, what if you do this? What if you do this? But also that can very much be the toxicity of the well-meaning. It's a phrase my guides gave me a long time ago. Well, but if you do that, what if that happens, right? That fear and that anticipation, which can send us into a bit of a whirlwind. But with the 2 of Wands here, Jason and the Argonauts about to accept the quest to return the Golden Fleece. In the cave is Chiron, which is also an asteroid, the wounded healer, but a centaur, a kentor, depends on, your translation of that. So he's going to choose here. Now, 2s are always about choices in my experience numerologically. So there is a thing called the hero's journey. This is a hero. Jason is a classic Greek hero. And usually the hero says no to the call to the hero's journey, but then something horrible happens. This case, he just makes the choice to take on the quest. So there might, you got an air and fire. We have an air and fire relationship here. So a lot of air perhaps fueling this choice, but also hopefully helping us to find that stillness, that still point in the now, very Eckhart Tolle, power of now, so that the obvious choice comes to us. And I will say second chakra might be involved here, as well as solar plexus in terms of chakras. So really listen to that, because the mind might be whirling. But first level of power is called the literal level of power. It's how we survive in the world. So perhaps instinct, lower 3 chakras might be more help than heart, third eye, crown. Career. Ooh, lovely. We have got the Ace of Cups on the inner happiness, the seed of the element of water. Now, being happy as you are, whatever is going on around you in the outside world, is tricky, for sure. But career is very much internal. It's our hunger, our passion, our thirst. Like, I do what I love and I love what I do, but that doesn't mean it's fabulous 24/7, 365. There's a lot of work that goes into me doing this, but certainly drinking deeply of that heart chakra energy. We're going to say emotions, heart chakra, element of water there. But with the Page of Wands on the outside, this could be someone. I don't automatically associate pages with zodiacal signs. I mean, it could. They are messages delivered by messengers. And power fire there, that can be a choice. Something new comes in our career, or perhaps already has, perhaps a new inspiration, which could be delivered by someone, but could also be us delivering that. With cross-watcher readings, we have to take that into consideration. So we've got 2 fire cards, an air card, and a water card so far. Let's see if we get Earth or any major arcana in this one. And yes, we do get one, but let's go to the Earth. Here we go. We have the 8 of Pentacles, definitely a hard-working card in our vocation, our spiritual power, our spiritual calling here. A crone teaching a maiden how to make one of the tribal blankets. She's done it before. There's one in the background there. She's saying, okay, now this is how you do this. So the word written on the card is the learner. So if we are open to learning, right? The grace of humility is the first grace I talk about, and the last grace I talk about in my book, Words of Grace, because it has saved my life. I call it the maiden grace. Grant me the maiden grace to know that I do not know, but I am willing to be shown. And with the Sun card here, when it's a major arcana card and a chakra read of this nature, it usually represents all of the chakras in that zone. In this case, lower 3 chakras, solar plexus, solar, the sun, right? Sacrum and root. So we might be shining. This might be about healing, not so much like the star, but that radiance. Now, there is a Macron healing mantra called Amplifying Abundance, right? Abundance is my birthright and I receive it now. And if that's the card that pops up, I will probably fall off the chair. But it says that if we are willing to shine our light at full capacity, the universe will automatically bring us everything that we need, maybe not everything that we want. So I would say of these 3, these choices that we have, or perhaps a major choice, not so much a life-changing decision, but a choice here in our work, can absolutely be stabilized by that Ace of Cups with new messages coming of inspiration and will and choices and desire. But it feels like our leverage here is really about learning a lesson about healing, or at least putting in the work, being willing to learn how we can heal ourselves and therefore help each other heal, because that's unity consciousness. And look, Pisceans, I'm a Pisces moon, no question about it. Born on a full moon, Virgo sun, Pisces moon, September 6, 1968, look it up, right? So I know that my mystical spiritual power is almost always my leverage in a work, career, or vocation thing. So I tend to work from the 8th chakra down, which is how we manifest things into physical form, but also where healing is involved, it's about what we take in from the lower 3 chakras and lift it up. So that's the alchemy, right? You could say from gold to lead, inspiration into manifestation, as well as from a situation coming in and healing it. Now, with the Martyr, keep an eye on your self-pity, particularly if you are an empath, and I am a vibrational, not just emotional, but visceral empath. Like I can feel people's stuff in my cell tissue, including their pain. Went to dinner with my mom the other night. Her lower back was hurting her. I didn't know my lower back was killing me. So afterwards, I was like, was your lower back really kicking today? She goes, yeah. I'm like, okay. Because once I got home, it was like much less. So, this is a thing where maybe we are taking in some energies here, spiritually speaking, energetically speaking, that are affecting this. So if it's not wrong to feel self-pity, it's just an indication. It's saying, okay, my ego has gotten a hold of this and that's its job, right? But the soul can look at this from a place that I am serving myself as well as a greater cause, whether we are always aware of what that cause is spiritually. So I would say vocation, really, really, really connect to that, particularly with the major arcana card. Some light is going to be shown on this, which will probably take care of the choice. We'll know what to do in any given moment. We always know exactly what to do, which is another Macron healing mantra. With all the chakras on the table, let's ask Lord Ganesha how to remove these obstacles. Please take a nice deep breath. Nose whistle. Still point. Ganesha override. A place for everything, and everything in its place, put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all, with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Lord Ganesha, one card in clarity, please, the perfect and precise oracle message to assist us, Pisces Collective, and our cross-watchers to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health, from fear to love, and illusion to truth with the Martyr archetype in this Work-Career-Vocation reading. Relaxation. I'm in. You got it. Please. I have a half acre of property now, just the yard work alone, but my garden is lovely. And if you want to see more about my cats in my garden, do check out Mal for sure at the YouTube channel. So, card number 49, relaxation. I'm just going to read a little bit of this. I'm not going to read the whole thing, but the messages tend to be on point. So, relaxation. Relaxation is important for your health, mood, relationships, and overall well-being. Well, I would say that could be happening here in our vocation, right? To take the time to bask in the sun instead of get it all done. Which, you know, as a martyr, we can go back and forth on that. It is easy to become entangled in anxiety, worry, stress, and paralyzed thinking. Well, that could be the martyr as well. Your day-to-day life may be filled with a multitude of stresses that affect your thoughts and cause you to feel disconnected with the truth of your being. This really feels like third level of power dominant vocation. Dedicating time to relaxation provides a solid foundation to assist you to be able to live a more balanced, less stressful life. Sounds like the Sun card to me. The importance of respite can help to alleviate tension and other health concerns. There's that healing card of the Sun. Indulge in a spiritual bath, Pisces, adding essential oils and sea salt to the water, lighting candles, burning some incense, and if possible, utilizing clear quartz and rose quartz crystals to intensify the healing nature of the experience. So I'm going to go with our leverage really being third level of power, but it is a general read. You do you. Last card down, the Matt Kahn healing mantra, because remember, these are all about healing, right? Healing is the only way through, in my experience at least, and I've been doing this for a very long time. My next book is actually the autobiography of my career, and it reads like sci-fi fantasy, but it actually happened. Please take a nice deep breath. Ascended Masters override. I love you too. A place for everything. And everything in its place. Put all where it belongs in time and space for the well-being of all and with harm to none. As we will it, so let it be done. Beloved Ascended Masters, please one card in clarity, the perfect and precise healing mantra to assist us Pisces and our cross-watchers in alchemizing our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health, fulfilling our life purpose and our work, career, vocation for this work, career, and vocation reading. Honoring adversity. There's that martyr. A fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. And if we look at the elements on the table, we got Two of Wands fire, Page of Wands fire, and the Sun, though a spirit card, major arcana. Well, technically the Sun is a ball of gas, but we usually symbolically connect it to the element of fire. So if you think about it, you're in a forest fire, right? You can't see which way to go. Well, a path of new direction will reveal itself once the burning is complete. Now, everybody goes through adversity. Physical, emotional, mental, spiritual, does not matter. Relational, career-wise, right? But this is to make us stronger. So I'm going to read this one in its complete... practically opened right to it because these aren't terribly long. So, to honor adversity. A fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. And keep in mind, fire is the element of transformation, or as I like to say, you can't unburn a cookie, right? When adversity is honored, in other words, saying, okay, I'm feeling this self-pity, I'm feeling this martyrdom, I'm going through some adversity. So when adversity is honored instead of repressed or judged, by the way, life is appreciated as oscillating cycles of deterioration and renewal. Deterioration is the natural process of new things becoming old, while renewal is the process of old things becoming new. And everything old is new again. And all that jazz. As you learn to honor these two interconnected processes just as naturally as the changing of the seasons, you are able to embrace adversity. It's not a punishment, but a gift of renewal birthed out of the ashes of erosion. So this is the phoenix, right? Rising from the ashes. So though we do have that Sun card really saying that if you kind of stay with the thing, it's like, okay, I've dedicated myself to a cause. my own as well as mine is both, right? It's holographic. So the more I heal, the more I'm helping everybody else heal, because you can't be much of a healer if you're toxic. And we all go through stages of martyrdom and toxicity. So this mantra is ideal for processing unforeseen changes, because there's a crap ton of them going on. Overcoming superstitious beliefs. Well, if I do this, then this will happen. We don't know that that's true. That's how we used to roll. I don't know that we roll that way anymore, because now with the quantum coming into play, every choice we make can shift us to a golden or a leaded timeline. And surrendering the ego, because the ego wants what it wants, and as soon as it gets what it wants something else. It always defaults to fear, and that is its job. But the ego, it does not need to be destroyed. It becomes unraveled and absorbed by the soul. So you can still eat chocolate, you can still drive cars, you can still, watch videos and do all those things in the physical world. But with relaxation, allowing the nervous system to relax, right? Matt Kahn says that the ego is the personality that arises out of an inflamed nervous system. So with the amount of fire on here, really fire, a little Beavis and Butthead there for you. If you know what I'm talking about, you know what I'm talking about. So to get that, okay, I have something to learn here. I have to learn how to honor the adversity, because there's so much going on in the world. And come on, huge sections of the population are enduring adversity financially, right? With war, with poverty, with starvation. So as empaths, as you evolve, your energy field keeps getting larger, and so you might be processing the adversity of people in your neighborhood, not just the people around you, and to a point even globally. I am such a visceral archetype that sometimes my legs will shake, and I won't find out until later that there was an earthquake on the other side of the planet. But the superstitions that I can tell myself about that, right? Because the ego wants to, this is what it is. It doesn't know. It's innocent. Our egos are innocent because they don't know. So think of them as the little child, and your higher self is the adult, and then it is that integration, right? Loving that ego into a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser place. I like this read, even though we got the martyr, but we got relaxation, so that's helpful. So we're going to do a blessimation. It's a combination of a blessing and a summation. I do it for my clients, and I do it for all these readings if you're new. So let's see what comes out of my mouth, shall we? Please take a nice deep breath. This is the fun part for me. Still point. May we end as we began. Pantheonic override. I call upon the collective pantheons of the divine on behalf of us Pisces collective sun, moon, rising, Venus signs, and cross watchers. May we be blessed with all that we need to fulfill our life purpose through our work, career, and vocation. Learning with the learner, just saw that, the transcendent nature of service to oneself or a cause, because there's a lot of whirling thoughts going on in the third eye, making the choices of the throat chakra a little tricky, particularly if people are feeding us their fears, because those are their fears, not ours, to help us make the wisest, most loving, most empowering choice here in our work, which is not always so life-changing, but you never know. And Pantheons of the Divine, may we be blessed in our career to embrace this Ace of Cups, this happiness that is at the core of all life. Our hearts are essentially happy and joyful, but with an inspiring message from an inspiring messenger coming to or coming from us into the world would certainly help clarify that with happiness to inspire ourselves and others, serving as we go, so that we can embrace the leverage that we're always learning, every day, always learning, right, Granny Weatherwax? And learning about our healing, maybe shining our light at full capacity, receiving the abundance while we relax and go with the flow, allowing the nervous system to unwind and replenish, restore, and repair our energy fields and physical, emotional, mental, and spiritual bodies while we honor adversity, our own as well as other people's, because the fire reveals a path of renewed direction once the burning is complete. So may we be blessed with all that we need to heal, to grow, to learn, to evolve, to alchemize our shadow to light, our lead to gold, our pain to peace, shifting us from toxicity to health and from fear to love, fulfilling our sacred contracts in our work, career, and vocation for happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser lives. in happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser ways. For a happier, healthier, wealthier, wiser world, Gaia, plants, animals, vegetables, minerals, and the humans as well, for the well-being of all, and with harm to none, as we will it. So let it be done. So mote it be. And so it is. What do you say, bombshell Wonder Woman? I'm in. She's in, and so am I. Are you in? I think you are. If you found this video helpful, please do hit the like button. Subscribe if you want more of me. Go check out my other channel, Mal for short. Go check out my new website, drawingthecircle.com. But if you want the deeper dive, more magic, more miracles, more mysticism, more Mal, come Patreon on Patreon. It's so much fun over there. I didn't do a daily check-in this morning because I had errands to run, and I just put in a raised bed in my yard, in my backyard, potting the tomatoes and the peppers and the eggplants. I'm Italian, what do you want? Yeah, that's what we do. But it is one of my favorite things on planet Earth at the moment is patreon.com. The digital shop is really cool. We got the ebooks, the audios, and the videos. The audios and videos do have free previews that anyone can watch. Anyone can shop in the store. You can follow for free. You can 7-day free trial. One of my patrons actually designed my website, and she is amazing. So it's really bringing us together with spirit, which is the corporate mission of Drawing the Circle Productions, incorporated since 1998. We're doing okay. So yeah, click the link, check it out. It's just so much cool stuff going on over there. So come Patreon on Patreon with the Archangel of Lions, Markangelo Lions. You can still just call me Mal. And if you want to book me for a private session, because I'm still taking private sessions, I now have an office downstairs, as well as I am available at the Magic Moon, although they are undergoing some repairs right now. So I made a video last year. A new one will be made, because all of these changes are moving from Holbrook, Long Island, New York, to Saratoga Springs, New York. The new video will be made, but the one that's up there is called Private Sessions with Mal. Explains the basics, but obviously there are some things missing, right, in the process of how to do this. Like, for example, I do readings out of the house. I do readings in public here and there as the opportunities happen. But the majority of the work that I do is on a Zoom call. So once the client is booked, before we start, I send them a Zoom link. They come into my Zoom platform, we record the whole thing so they don't have to memorize or take notes. At the end of the session, reading or spiritual counseling, I send them a link, they download it, they tell me they download it, and I delete it because confidentiality is key and part of my honor code that I will not violate. Nope, the client can do whatever they want with those videos. I make sure I don't have anyone else with that access, at least on my end. And the most important thing that I say in that video, and it is the hill I will die on, I've never turned anybody away because of lack of finances. I know I'm a little more expensive. I've been reading tarot since I'm 12. I'm going to be 56 in September. So I have earned the right to charge what I charge and what I go through and what I do before each session. Spiritual counseling or a reading is considerable. So I'm going to keep this one up, so to speak, even after the new one is out, because it makes my mom laugh and I'm the president and I get to do that kind of stuff. And seriously, I love this reading for us. And just every time the relaxation card comes out, if you go back, you see my whole body goes, oh my God. Because I am working hammer and tongs here, taking care of the kitty cats, cleaning the house, doing the yard work, the shopping, all of that stuff, and running a company and taking clients. It's a lot of work, but I love it. And I refuse to stay very long in martyr mode. Why? Because I am enjoying doing what I love and loving what I do, but that doesn't mean it needs to be, you know, happy, peppy, 24/7, 365. No one really gets that. We all need our downtime, but it looks like we're getting it here. So honor the adversity. Everybody goes through it, and if you need help, you know how to find me. Wishing you all the very, very best and the very, very blessed. My Mer family, Mer, hang in there. I love you. You've got this. Heal, hail, farewell, and blessed, blessed be.